Professional audio gear used on Gear Media Tech is provided by BSW at bswusa.com. Bandwidth for GMT is provided by Libsyn, made for creators, individuals, and enterprises.
Welcome to Gear Media Tech. I'm Leo Laporte. This is the show where we talk about gear for your podcast or your audio production. The podcast gear guy is here, Scott Bourne from podcastgearguy.com. He's going to give me the pitch because he says, this is what I ought to have. Now, I have to tell you, all my podcasts, I just record a straight microphone, straight to the disc, and I might do a little compression afterwards before we put out the podcast, but I do very little processing. But you say this will turn my podcast into jewels.
Well, actually, that could be overstating it, Leo, because what this will really do...
Nothing's going to do that.
What this will really do is take everybody else in the podcasting world and make them sound as good as you.
I don't need this.
You don't
because
really need this.
I have a voice already orally excited. So this is from Aphex. Now, I remember Aphex, and I thought it was a little bit of snake oil. They were really selling this 20 years ago. The Eagles and other bands would use their Aphex Aural exciter, A-U-R-A-L exciter, to magically punch up the sound. I couldn't hear much.
This has an Aural exciter in it, and it has the companion, the big bottom bass.
Ooh.
And now that's where you do get along very well with this.
Big bottom bass.
But you're getting ahead of me. We're going to go back.
Okay.
This is first a compressor. What's unique about this?
Yeah.
Then now maybe there's another one out there that does it. And if so, I'm sure our audience will let us know. But
And we'll get it to test because that's what we do.
I think what's unique about this is normally you set a compressor, you're going to set the threshold maybe at 4 to 1, you're going to hard knee, soft knee, etc. Well, you don't have to worry about that with this.
It's just one knob.
You're going to set, you basically got, this is a one knob compressor.
I actually like that.
And it's an intelligent compression. It follows you. So if you're all over the place, it's going to be changing that threshold from time to time.
That's what Aphex is known for, heavy duty thinking, processing.
It's going to take, so it's the best sounding compressor I've ever heard.
Really?
Yeah,
Better than one you would tweak by hand?
Yeah, because I can't sit and ride the compressor levels all the time.
Yeah,
so if you have somebody that's all over the place, this is really good for them. So it has a really nice compressor.
Okay.
And it has a really, really, really nice gate. Now a noise gate
eliminates the background noise.
Yeah, if you've got a lot of room noise, you just want to hear the person talking.
I'd like a nice gate.
This has a really nice gate, and what's nice about it, it doesn't do what we call clatter.
You actually can hear it as the noise is turned off and on, basically.
Right. There's a reason that this was the Podcast and Portable Media Expo Gear of the Year Award winner this year. It's because the noise gate works, the compressor works.
I thought it was because you were on the committee.
No, I had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Also, we didn't mention, this has a built-in tube mic pre.
There's actually a tube in here.
Yeah.
We should just real quickly show that it's very simple. I mean, there's just a mic in and both an optical, SPDIF, and analog out.
This has every kind of out you would ever want.
Right. So this actually would be good if you were just recording directly to a laptop. This actually be
it will work.
Thing to do. All right.
And this has a really nice mic pre in it. It has the compressor. It has the gate. But
no, I already have a mixer with a mic pre. It would still be a good idea to have this?
Okay. The chances are that your mixer's mic pre are not as nice as this one.
How do I take that mic pre out on my mixer then?
It just comes into your mixer.
Okay.
It doesn't require your phantom power is here. You don't need to put phantom power in your mixer. Just bring it in. Now, we're not done. We're not even close.
But wait, there's more.
There's much more. In addition to all these things that we just talked about,
we have a release here.
You can set the release.
Okay. So there is some tweaking to that.
But not much.
Okay.
But it has a de-esser.
Now see, if you have a very sibilant S, this would help you with the S. It would get rid of the S sibilance.
On another episode of GMT, you asked me.
When I compress, sometimes I get a lot of extra sibilance.
Right. Well, the folks at Aphex know about that problem.
They know
So they have a compressor that also has attached to it a de-esser. Now, one of the big problems with de-essers is they tend to just destroy all the highs.
Right.
They just say, well, we're going to get rid of the S's by killing all the highs.
Right.
And then you have a muddy middle.
Right.
The de-esser here, what's unique about it?
Yeah.
Doesn't do that.
Okay. It's a smart de-esser.
It doesn't extinguish those.
Or as we say, a mart de-esser.
Yeah, something like that. Now we're going to move into the big bottom bass, and the big bottom bass is a voice.
I like big bottoms.
It's a voice processor, and it brings back punch and clarity to bass without muddying it up.
That can be a problem. Bass can sound tubby. It can sound like a but this isn't that.
It brings clarity to that.
Right.
Now, in the middle of all this, we have a nice little parametric equalizer. And you have 3 different bands of parametric equalization. And for those of you that don't know about equalization, it means you can cut or boost a frequency. Right. So if you have, for instance, an MP3, if you're going to send everything to MP3, everything below a certain point,
might as well just throw it out.
And above a certain point is gone. So you can take care of that here. Okay. So, and then you have the final little bit to this whole package is you've got the Aural exciter. Now, a way to describe how this would work is I own an Ovation guitar. They're very nice guitars, but because they're thin bodies, they don't really get a full sound when you're playing
fat bodies.
When you're playing them acoustically.
And big bottoms.
Thank you very much. And so because they don't really sound full acoustically, if you were to run an Ovation guitar through this device,
it would fatten it?
It would make it sound like it was a Martin D45.
Really?
Oh yeah, big.
Absolutely will do it.
Just brings it. Now, you have to know how to set these knobs.
Right. And now how do you do that?
Well, there's 2 ways. Number 1 is you get a very good user manual with this product.
Okay.
And it'll tell you how to get started.
Okay.
And then this is number 2.
Yeah.
You need to adjust.
I don't know if I can
ears.
always trust my own ears, though.
Well,
don't I hear something differently than you hear something?
Yeah, but you're going to know what you like.
Yeah.
It's
but
just
maybe
like
what I like isn't great.
Well,
maybe
you
I don't have any. For instance, as you get older, you lose high response, right? So maybe I might not hear.
But
something.
you will get a sense of what works for you, and so you use the manual to get started, and you tweak, and you get response from your listeners.
Right.
You say, "Is this better? Is this worse?" So you've got basically everything you need. Now, the one thing to keep in mind here, Leo, 1 mic per 230. So if you have a 2 mic setup, you need 2 of these. If you have a 6 mic setup, you need 6 of these.
Just let your co-host sound like crap while you sound
Which is the way I like to do it.
Me too.
And it's $699 a piece.
This may cost more than most podcasters spend for their entire
It
setup.
may, but those who really want to get out there and deliver the big radio sound, now I'll make an analogy you can understand.
Thank you.
I want you to remember the Optimod.
I do remember the Optimod, which
the
is
Orban Optimod.
used heavily in AM radio. Yep. Actually, FM too.
$1,000.
Right.
Okay. This replaces the Optimod at $699.
The Optimod was a live, on-the-fly compressor that really did a brilliant job.
It did, and I shouldn't say replace it, but you can emulate the sound of an Optimod with a $699 box, and this is how you get the big radio sound.
All right, we'd like to get that big radio sound out to each and every one of you, so make sure you watch Gear Media Tech GMT every day right here on the twit.tv radio network. How was that?
That was very good.
Yeah, okay.
You might have a future in radio.
PodcastGearGuide.com. That's Scott Bourne. I'm Leo Laporte. This is the Master Voice Channel 230 from Aphex, and I got to say, you've convinced me.
Okay.
I might just go out and buy one of these because I need that big radio sound. We'd like to hear what you think of Gear Media Tech. Make sure you fill out the comments at the bottom of each and every episode, and we'll see you next time right here on GMT.